everyone, this is Naomi and today I'll be talking about sexist remarks made by Mori Yoshiro, the president of the Tokyo Olympics Organizing Committee. Before anything, when I say woman, I'm including both cis and trans women, and when I say men, I'm including both cis and trans men. Okay? Trans lives matter. Unless I'm quoting somebody. Okay, that's done. Let's go. Yoshiro Mori, former Prime Minister of Japan, the current president of the Tokyo Olympics Organizing Committee, on February 3rd, attended a meeting of JOC, Japan Olympics Committee. They're two separate entities, okay? And made the following comments. Women are competitive. When someone raises their hand, they see it and they think that they have to do the same. So they all talk. So if we are to increase the number of female committee members, if I say this, people will say that I'm shit talking, but we have to limit the time for meetings because if not, they will just go on and on and on and on and it's annoying, troublesome. How many female committee members we have in our organization? 7. Well, they all know their places. They're from various sports organizations, have attended big international events, so their comments are concise and on point. This whole conversation started when he was asked about how the Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports, Science, and Technology is encouraging organizations to make 40% of their board members women. TDB, Teikoku Data Bank, did a research and apparently 7.8% of all the management positions in Japan are occupied by women. 7.8. Canada's 35.9 and I thought that was bad. 1/5 of Canada? Japan, what the heck? Ow. 7.8. 7.8. Let that sink in, y'all. Being talkative or competitive has nothing to do with gender or sex. It's a personal trait. According to BBC, gender is not a factor when it comes to how many words people speak a day. It's the same. So why is he rambling about women talking too much? And to hell with women who know their places. What he's saying is that those women who got something to say do not know their places, overstepping the boundaries, minding you that those boundaries are usually set by men. And annoying. I guess to him, I'm that woman, and I'm okay with that. I'm very proud to be this woman who doesn't know their place. Sexist. This is straight up sexist. Bruh. Also, if the meetings are, getting dragged on or just not finishing on time, set a time limit, allocate time prior to the meeting. You just don't know how to run a meeting. That's what you're saying. So on February 3rd, this was reported and I saw it, people saw it, and including myself, many people said, what in the actual Tokyo Bay's dirty ass water? What the? And on February 4th, after getting dragged by media outlets both in and out of Japan, he held a press conference. And basically he apologized. I wish I could just read through the whole transcript of the press conference, but it is long. I don't want this video to be an hour-long video, so I'm just gonna pick some points and translate them. I apologize for my comments from yesterday, though I am not going to resign. If everyone thinks that I'm in their way, then sure, dump me like a big old piece of garbage. Also, I didn't make that comment as the president of the Tokyo Olympics Organizing Committee. I was attending a JOC's meeting as an honorary member. I said that as an honorary member of JOC, so don't associate it with my title as the head of the Tokyo Olympics Organizing Committee. I'm just saying that it may not be too wise to get fixated on having a certain number of women in management positions. I heard from some sports organizations that meetings tend to run longer when they have many women attending them. Can't say which organizations, but I heard some stories. But I haven't really listened to women speaking lately, so I don't know if women tend to ramble. As for implementing quota system to our houses and parliaments in Japan, I am not agreeing nor disagreeing. It is up to the citizens to decide on that. The tone that he uses in this press conference is very unprofessional, angry, and cranky. This is not a sincere, genuine apology. Because of this whole ordeal got international attention, IOC released a comment on February 4th that Mori apologized for his comments, so they considered this incident to be closed or done or finished. But actually on the 9th, they issued another statement calling Mori's comments absolutely inappropriate. Why didn't you say that on the 4th when it happened originally? What made you change your mind? I'm not complaining. It was a bit overdue, but why? Just asking. The Chief of Cabinet Secretary, Katsunobu Kato, stated that we'd like to avoid making any comments as the government. And apparently, ever since Mori's sexist remarks, 440 Olympics volunteers resigned. And when this was mentioned, Nikai, the Secretary General of the Liberal Democratic Party of Japan, said that even if those people quit because of this little incident, people will come together and work together to make this Olympic a great one. Just letting you know that the party itself corrected this little incident to this incident after he made this comment. But the damage has been done. Hanny. Prime Minister of Japan, Suga, said that Mori's comments will not benefit Japan as a nation. And the head of Keidanne, Japan Business Federation, said that Japanese society may have this sexism at its core. And social media is scary because of the amount of backlash that Mori's receiving online. Let that sink in for a second. It's not the social media that's scary. It's Mori and his mindset that's scary. Get that mixed up, boo. The more these cis hetero men in Japan speak, the worse it gets. Every single time I check news and someone is talking about this incident, I'm like, I know they're not tackling this issue the way that they should, so I'm not gonna read it because I'm gonna be really upset. They don't realize the true meaning of gender equality. Why the ministry is saying, yo, at least make 40% of your managers women, and or the gravity of this situation. And Mori is one big example of it. Congrats. But this isn't Mori's first rodeo. He's said some stuff that he shouldn't have said in the past, and there's actually a lot, but I'm just gonna pick the best one. Okay. In 2003, he said, okay, this is hard to say, but since we're in the midst of discussing the decline of birth rate, welfare should be given as a token of thanks from the government to women who gave birth to children, multiple children. But women don't reproduce a single kid, basically living freely. I probably shouldn't call it, but however the fuck they want to, and enjoying their freedom, and when they age, we have to look after them with their own tax money. This is ridiculous. Really? Really? So I'm living the fact that so many articles are calling him as a former prime minister of Japan, a gaffe-prone person. Truth. That is the absolute truth. It's not a shade. It's not a shade when it's true. He actually has a whole record of messed up things that he said in the past, and if you like it, I can make a video on it. Hit that like. If I reach, what, like 20 likes, I will do it. But yeah, like, why is this gaffe-prone former prime minister of Japan holding a really important position for the Tokyo Olympics? How is that even possible? Who said it's a good idea to have him? This is just another example of how misogyny is deeply rooted in Japan. At first, the Japanese media actually didn't outright call him out for his sexist remarks. They described his remarks as something that could be a bit degrading to women or something that could be considered as sexist comments. It's only the foreign media that called what he said as sexist remarks. I'm truly glad that this is gaining global attention, international attention, because this isn't just about what Mori said. It's about what he represents. He represents how women in Japan have a much more difficult time becoming a manager. Even if she did, she may have to deal with some misogynistic colleagues who may call her competitive or talkative or talk too much. Bleh. Or someone may doubt her skills and abilities as a manager and think that she took a position from a man. On Twitter and Clubhouse, I heard so many women saying, to hell with the places that I should know. I will say whatever I want to say. I will do whatever I want to do. These men cannot shut me up. And I agree. I support them. I stand with them. That's why I'm wearing white today, to show solidarity with people who are against Mori's sexist remarks. Also, I'm not saying that misogyny and sexism are something that can only happen in Japan. They sure exist in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and North America. But as someone who was born in Japan, I actually feel a lot safer in North America. As in, if someone says sexist stuff to me, someone will have my back and support me fight against it. Fight back. But when I was living in Japan, I never felt that way. I felt as though someone's gonna tell me to shut the fuck up, suck it up, it's not a big deal, I'm just blowing it out of proportion, and I'm overreacting. That's why I left that country. But now I'm hopeful. Seeing so many women demanding Mori's resignation, fighting against his sexist remarks, give me hope. They're not staying silent. They are speaking up, and I want to amplify their voices and tell them that they're not alone. All the links and Twitter hashtags that you can tweet in will be in the description box, so please check them out. And you can find me at NowWeAreThePlat on Twitter, Instagram, and Clubhouse. I'm finally on it. So I just woke up and found out that Mori actually resigned. Yay! But the one replacing him, Kawabuchi, has his own history of saying some nasty stuff. So I'm making a part 2 to this video. So please make sure to subscribe. Bye, Mori. Bye, girl. May you learn about gender equality and misogyny in Japan. I talk about movies, food, feminism, LGBTQ, trans rights, politics in Japan, North America. So if you're interested in that, subscribe as well. And I will see you in my next video. Okay, everyone, stay safe. Bye, kids.